What's up guys, it's Tom here, and finally the Thiago Alcantara to Liverpool transfer is happening. We have official confirmation from various journalists that Liverpool have agreed to sign Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich for a transfer fee of just £22 million or £20 million plus add-ons. Melissa Reddy said that the deal is basically £20 million plus an additional £5 million if Liverpool win the Premier League or the Champions League with Thiago in the side, and also if we progress far in Europe, as long as Thiago is integral to the Liverpool success, and Thiago will wear the number 6 shirt. So Thiago is signing for Liverpool now. It's only a matter of time before he will be announced officially by Liverpool FC on their official website. So guys, let me know, how excited are you about this transfer? Leave a like if you are excited. Let me know in the comments below if you doubted that this transfer will happen. How do you feel now? Because I have been reporting for months about Thiago signing for Liverpool, and finally this is happening, and I'm so excited. So we will take a look at all the details that you need to know. So negotiations have accelerated since Monday. Basically Bayern Munich made it clear to Liverpool that they wanted a transfer deal to be completed before the Bundesliga season starts, and that makes sense. Bayern want to see where they stand. They didn't really want to play Thiago. With Thiago we'll leave, we have money to spend, we just want to spend it on the right players. And Jurgen Klopp personally pushed the owners all summer long, as I told you guys previously, for this transfer deal to go through. He saw Thiago as the huge world-class midfielders transfer that Liverpool need, and him signing a 4-year contract is absolutely massive. He could play for Liverpool for the next 4 seasons and elevate our midfield. There is no word whether Wijnaldum will sign a contract extension or not, but what we know is that Wijnaldum to Barcelona is off. Wijnaldum is staying at Liverpool, and he either leaves next summer on a free transfer or he signs a contract extension. He has until January to decide that. And guess what? Thiago's CV tells a story. He racked up 11 league titles with Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And since his league debut, he has only ever missed out on a league title once, back in the 2011-12 season with Barcelona. And just imagine, since then, he won 8 league titles in a row, 1 with Barcelona and 7 with Bayern Munich. Absolutely staggering numbers. And also in the Bundesliga, he ranked 2nd in possessions won in the middle third of the pitch with 132. He ranked 5th with dribbles completed with 71 dribbles out of all the players in the Bundesliga. Also, his final third passes completed was 354. He ranked 12th. His passes completed, he ranked 14th with 1,626 passes. And guess what? His passing accuracy was more than 90%. It was almost 90.5%, which was an absolutely staggering number for Thiago. So I'm really super excited about this transfer. And here you can see that Thiago, compared with Liverpool's other midfielders, he has the most dribbles completed, even more than Naby Keita, which is quite amazing. He has the most interceptions and also the most ball recoveries. So in every metric, he's almost like better than Liverpool's current midfielders, which is really exciting stuff. But Jurgen Klopp wanted to have as many options as possible in his midfield. And remember that when Naby Keita signed for Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp personally said that Thiago and Naby Keita were the 2 best players in the Bundesliga, the 2 best midfielders. So Jurgen Klopp has been a long time admirer of Thiago. This is not a usual transfer that Liverpool usually make, but given Thiago's quality and because he only has 1 year left on his contract, his transfer fee is so low. I mean, £20 million with add-ons. That's an absolute bargain for a world-class midfielder, and that's why Jurgen Klopp really pushed hard to make this deal happen. And Thiago will play not in a defensive position. He will not play in the Fabinho role. He will play in either side of the more advanced midfielder spot in a 4-3-3 formation. So he will either play in a Wijnaldum or in the Henderson role. And his range of passing is absolutely sublime. If you watch Thiago play for Bayern Munich just this season in the Champions League, he was a class act, one of the best midfielders of this generation. And James Pearce said that Liverpool insisted all summer that they are only signing Thiago if one of their midfielders is leaving. So now this means that probably either Wijnaldum, Harry Wilson or Marco Grujic, or maybe even two of those three players will leave Liverpool before the transfer window closes. And what is also interesting is that Bayern Munich will not sign a direct replacement for Thiago, because Joshua Kimmich can play in center midfield, so he will move there from the right back position, and Leon Goretzka, Corentin Tolisso and Michael Cuisance are also very good midfield options for Thiago, for Bayern Munich, in the absence of Thiago Alcantara. And journalists from abroad, including Varsky Sports, who are a South American website, and they broke the transfers, for example, of Sadio Mane signing for Liverpool. They already said that Thiago agreed personal terms with Liverpool, but Liverpool journalists up until today have distanced Liverpool from the move, because probably Liverpool didn't want the whole world to know that we are signing Thiago. But what is very, very important is that Barcelona, Manchester United and other clubs have approached Thiago, but they didn't make a bid for Thiago. And you know what that means? That basically Thiago told them, I wait for Liverpool, and when Liverpool say to me, we are not signing you, that's the only way that I'm signing for another club. So Thiago had, just like other players before, like Virgil van Dijk, like Naby Keita, he basically wanted Liverpool, and he wanted Liverpool only. And only if the Liverpool transfer is not happening, that's when Thiago would have looked at his options. But of course, Jurgen Klopp wants Thiago, and this deal is happening. Other journalists like Simon Hughes is reporting, they are reporting that the deal will be close to 27 million pounds, which is like 30 million euros. So basically Bayern wanted 30 million euros and Liverpool were reluctant to pay it. But now what happened is that Liverpool made a deal which will be like 20 million pounds, the base fee, and the rest in add-ons. But what is also important is that the base fee, the 20 million pounds, will be paid throughout Thiago's contract. So we don't have to pay that right now. We are basically paying 5 million pounds for 4 years, and that will amount to 20 million pounds. And I think this is a fantastic deal. And even if Thiago won't have much resale value, you can't underestimate how much he will bring to Liverpool and how much he will improve Liverpool's midfield in the next 4 years. And yes, we have already a great midfield, but Thiago is a different kind of player. Thiago is a kind of player that Liverpool don't have in their midfielders, because he has the range of passing of an absolute world-class midfielder. If you watch any compilation of his passing, or if you watched any of his games for Bayern Munich this season or the seasons before, you know what I'm talking about. And you also have to take it into account that Pep Guardiola, when he joined Bayern Munich, the first player that he wanted to sign was Thiago from Barcelona. Thiago was developed by Barcelona. He won the Champions League, he won the La Liga title there. He won 7 or 8, I think, successive Bundesliga titles at Bayern Munich, and also he said goodbye to Bayern Munich with winning the Champions League. So he basically completed everything that he wanted to do in Spain, in Germany, and now he wanted a new challenge. Bayern Munich offered Thiago also a 4-year contract with big wages, but Thiago last minute turned it down because I think he heard that Jurgen Klopp might be interested in him. He wanted a new challenge. He is a huge fan of how Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool play in the last few years. He's a huge fan of what Liverpool have done in the past 3 years. And Thiago could have seen firsthand what an amazing world-class Liverpool side we are, because 2 years ago we knocked out Bayern Munich en route to winning the Champions League by absolutely outplaying and demolishing them. at their own stadium, the Allianz Arena. We went there, we won 3-1, and Bayern Munich were actually a little bit scared to attack Liverpool because of our incredible attacking potential. That season we were just scoring goals for fun, left, right and center, and I think that Thiago saw this Liverpool team and he said, wow, one day I would love to play for Jurgen Klopp, one day I would love to play for this Liverpool side. And what a career for Thiago. Playing for Barcelona, winning almost everything there, playing for Bayern Munich, winning absolutely every trophy there, and then signing for Liverpool and hopefully winning a lot of trophies at Liverpool as well. So we are not completely ruling out Wijnaldum leaving Liverpool and going to Barcelona, but so far it looks like the reports are saying that Wijnaldum agreed with Jurgen Klopp that he's staying for this season at Liverpool, and then maybe he will leave on a free transfer or sign a new contract. But I think that Liverpool will try everything to strengthen as much as possible, and this signing just proves all the doubters and naysayers wrong, who are saying that the owners are stingy, they don't want to help Jurgen Klopp. When the right player is available and when the right transfer fee can be agreed for that right player, Liverpool will always sign world-class and great players, very talented players. I think Tsimikas for £11.7 million is great value for money. He will be a great backup for Andy Robertson. Thiago, I can't stress you this enough, how absolutely transforms this transfer Liverpool's midfield. He will make everybody around him look even better. And yes, this will mean probably that Curtis Jones won't get as many minutes as Thiago, but I can see this Thiago transfer. Basically, Thiago will the minutes that Lallana and Milner got last season combined, and maybe Milner will see a little bit less minutes, I think, but I think that Liverpool have to prepare for every solution, for every situation. And what this also means is that probably Liverpool won't sign a fourth choice centre-back, and what we will do is that when it's needed, Fabinho can drop back and play alongside another centre-back, and Thiago can slot into the Fabinho role just for a few games, hopefully, because let's hope that Gomez and Matip won't be injured at the same time for too long. But Fabinho can play as a centre-back, and Thiago will be more than good enough to replace Fabinho in Liverpool's midfield just for that period. And for other games, Thiago will play alongside Fabinho, and either Henderson or Wijnaldum or Naby Keita will play alongside Thiago. So I think depending on the opposition, that's how Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp will decide what kind of midfield we'll play. Against the smaller sides, I think our midfield should be Thiago and maybe Henderson and Naby Keita. And against the stronger sides, the bigger teams, I think it should be Fabinho, Thiago and maybe Henderson, or Fabinho, Thiago and Wijnaldum. But I think Thiago will start a lot of games for Liverpool this season because he's just so good. And this just gives more options for Jurgen Klopp, and that's what you want as a manager. And this transfer makes sense financially because I think Liverpool know that they can move on the likes of Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, Loris Karius, and maybe even Ryan Brewster, even though I don't want Brewster to be sold. If that's what it takes for Liverpool to maybe sign Ismail Assar, for example, from Watford, that's why I said in a previous video that that's why I would be understanding of the Brewster sale. Otherwise, there is no point selling Brewster, but from a Brewster's point of view, you can understand why he wants first team football. At his age, there is no point him sitting on the bench at Liverpool. It's better for him to go out and showcase his talents at, for example, Sheffield United. And if Liverpool can generate £25 million from selling Ryan Brewster, then I can understand why we are making that transfer, because we are covering our bases with putting a buyback clause into his contract. And Ismail Assar would be, I think, a better option for Liverpool, because we don't have an out-and-out winger who can play in the Salah role or in the Mane role and not alter Liverpool's tactics. Origi is not a winger, Shaqiri is not an out-and-out winger, he's more like an inside forward. Minamino, the jury is out what is his best position at Liverpool, but he's not also an out-and-out winger, he's more of a attacking midfielder, a number 10. And also to understand this Thiago transfer saga, I want to say that the reports coming from Germany and from England have been vastly different, but that's because Liverpool have been very careful about briefing local journalists on transfers since the Virgil van Dijk story, when of course it emerged that Liverpool have met with Van Dijk and set up a deal without Southampton's permission. It is now clear that Liverpool, of course, will sign or want to sign Thiago, and they are very, very close to announcing it. And this transfer proves that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool don't want to just stand still. We want to improve each year and make the squad better. And of course, with the pandemic, Liverpool had to be very careful with their transfer dealings. That's why it has been so quiet up until now in the transfer window. But now, here we go. Things are happening, things are livening up. And even James Milner said, if we stay at the same level, it won't be good enough. We have a target on our backs, and the other teams are going to want to knock us off the top. So we have to be ready for it. And I think that this transfer proves that Liverpool don't want to be standing still. We want to improve and get better. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by leaving a like, and it was a lot of fun to make. I'm so incredibly excited for Thiago signing for Liverpool. The announcement will be made probably in a few days, and then I will make another video about this and Thiago's first interview, which I'm super excited about. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. Goodbye.